Welcome back to another episode of Aussie Google Earth Explorer. Today's episode. Mate, today, actually, you know what? I'll give you a bit of a rundown. So I'm looking at the State of Origin team for Game 1, New South Wales. I'm a New South Welshman. And I'm noticing a lot of country boys on there. Okay, we've got Latrell, he's from Taree. We've got Mitch Barnett, he's from Taree. Isaiah Yeo and Connor Watson, both Dubbo boys. And then, unbelievably, Temora, Zach Lomax, and also from Temora is Liam Martin. Actually, I think Liam Martin and Angus Crichton are also from Temora. So that's 7. So 7 players. Hold on, let me get this right. Latrell is from Taree. Zach Lomax is from Temora. Mitch Barnett's from Taree. Liam Martin's from Temora. Angus Crichton's from Temora. Isaiah Yeo's from Dubbo. Connor Watson's from Dubbo. So 7 players. So nearly 40% of the whole NRL State of Origin men's team comes from 3 towns. Mate, what are they doing out here? Take note, AIS in Canberra. Forget all your sports science. Get the boys out to bloody Taree, to the Manning River, and get them in the river. Get them swimming laps in the river. That's how you become a rugby league player, apparently. I don't know, mate, what they're doing out here, but this is Taree. This is where Latrell Mitchell is from, okay? Taree. We've all seen he's on the farm out there doing what he's doing with his cattle or whatever, hanging out. And Taree's kind of near, well, it's halfway between like Foster and Port Macquarie, kind of. Here's Foster down here, and then, Port Mac's up there. So it's kind of halfway. It's on the Manning River. We can see the Manning River here. It looks pretty dirty. And actually, a lot of these towns that have these like estuaries, sort of main rivers run through them, these rivers can get pretty gross. And they also flood, which is unfortunate. But let's have a little zoom around Taree here. Let's see what we can see. I've never been to Taree myself, driven past it, but let's see if we can uncover any of the secrets. Secrets of Taree. Here we go. Okay, the Johnny Martin Oval. Johnny Martin Oval here, ladies and gentlemen. Taree High School. That could be where Latrell went, Taree High. To me, he seems like the kind of guy that went to the high school of the town. You know what I mean? Like if you're from, let's say another country town. If you're from Wagga, Wagga High School. None of this Saint somethings, none of this, Edward somethings, just something high school. I'm gonna bet he went to Taree High School. He went to Taree Public School here. This is where he was, dominating under 6s. Just monstering all the kids here, bang, bang, bang. And then across the road, Taree High, just doing the same thing, probably just like fitter and stronger than even the teachers there. So that's Latrell Mitchell for you. I mean, where did he even play his rugby league? Let's try and figure out where would he play? This is a soccer field. Soccer field, not rugby league, but still. You know what? A lot of kids play soccer. Soccer gets a bad rap, like people say it's like a weak sport or whatever, but man, most children grow up playing soccer. So soccer is a very important part of the Australian sporting fabric, I think. Very important part. Looks like here at, what's this park called here? Ruprecht Park in Taree. Someone's come on here and done some circle work. Someone's done some circle work here on the Ruprecht Park. Okay. I don't know, that's like motorbike tracks to me, fanging around, doing a little bit of a few donuts there. It's a pretty green town, isn't it? Pretty green. I mean, it's on a river, I guess. PCYC Taree. How much work do you reckon Trell did at PCYC Taree? Do you reckon he was an after school sort of kid there? Hard to tell, really. It's hard to tell. I'm sort of filling in the blanks. I'm making stuff up here. Anyway, whatever he did, geez, he turned into a good footballer. And honestly, I cannot see a single rugby league field. Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. Taree Recreational Grounds. I think this is probably where, under 6s, under 8s, under 10s, he was just dominating. This is where he was dominating. So we can safely assume at the Taree Recreation Centre that Latrell Mitchell and also Mitch Barnett were dominating their respective categories. Okay, if I'm over here, let's take a walk back in time here. I'm playing on what you'd call field 1 here. I'm field 1, under 10s. Latrell Mitchell, I get the ball here. I kick the whole length of the field easily over the black dot, win the game. That's the kind of stuff. Man, Latrell probably kicked the ball from over the Manning River. All right, that's probably how he trained. This is Trell's house. Let's just imagine this is Trell's house here. Old Papa Trell, go on, son, get out there, kick a few. No worries, Dad. On the front lawn, bang, over the Manning River, piece of straight over here, boom. That's probably what happened. Trell kicked the distance of the Manning River. I'd love to see Trell kick a steeden over the Manning River. And that's some tourism. That's some Taree tourism for you. Trell kicking the ball over the Manning River. I think they might do that for the AFL Grand Final. Who can kick the biggest torp or something like that? I don't know. It rings a bell, but what else is in Taree? This looks like a new. This looks like a new. Dude, you know this looks kind of like that. You know that thing that kids play on, and it's like a rug, and it's you put the cars on there, and they have that little pattern, and there's like a little. You know that kid thing with the rug, that rug kid thing. Don't tell me you don't know what I'm talking about. That rug thing, that looks like that. Mate, I tell you what, you can get as old as you want. You see one of those rug kid things, and you just want to sit down on your bottom and just zoom a little car around a little road. All right, everyone had one of those, man, or had a friend with one of those. They were the best, man. They were the best. Kind of reminds me of Mousetrap. Remember that game, Mousetrap? Mate, Mousetrap was a board game that no one actually cared about. All they wanted to do was set up the final part of it when you jumped the little man and then it made the marble go down and then it sent the trap. I would just go, oh, can we play Mousetrap, Mum and Dad? No worries. But also what that means is, can I just set up the end of the game and flick the last little man over it like 50 times? That's kind of what that meant. Okay, Manning Valley BMX Club. I can't imagine Latrell Mitchell or Mitch Barnett on a little huffy, little Haro, little Hoffman bikes going around here, but could be wrong. Mate, again, look at this circle work. What's going on in Taree? Everyone's burning up the paddocks, burning up the playing fields. Bit of respect. Put a bit of respect on the playing fields, please, Taree. But anyway, that's Taree for you. That's where Latrell Mitchell's from, kicking over the Manning River. And Mitch Barnett, you'll be playing in the front row for New South Wales next Wednesday, 28th of May, I believe. All right, let's zoom out here. Let's zoom out. Let's get our bearings, and we're going to go to the next country town. We just talked about it. Okay, we got Taree, we got Dubbo, and we got Temora. Let's go to Temora, because out of these three towns, I'm going to be honest, ladies and gents, I've never been to Dubbo or Taree, but I've been through Temora, okay? Because I'm from a town in this vicinity, and you drive through Temora if you're trying to go to Sydney or you're going to the coast. So I know a little bit about Temora. Let's zoom in here. It's actually a beautiful little town, Temora. It's actually a very nice town. The houses, the lawns are very well kept. I actually think it's quite a cute little place, Tamora. And this, if you know kind of stuff, the Roundabout Bakery. Where is it? Where is the Roundabout Bakery? There's a roundabout, but where is the bakery? Where is the bakery? Because there's a bakery here called the Roundabout Bakery. And I'm going to have to use my powers of deduction to figure out where it is. I think this is it here. But I could be so wrong, and it's going to kill. If you're from Temora and you're watching this and I'm butchering where this bakery is, I'm so sorry. But I'm going to presume it is this place here, because I think it has a little cute little outdoor area, or I might be imagining that. I know there's an IGA there. Okay, anyway, Roundabout Bakery. If you're coming through Temora, stop in at Roundabout Bakery, get yourself a little pie. The ladies there are lovely. They'll knock you up a little sandwich from the deli. I love a bakery that they'll make you a fresh sandwich from the deli. I hate all this you go in there, they've already pre-made it nonsense. Make me a sandwich from scratch, all right? Make it from scratch. I want that weird mayo in there that kind of looks like glue that you only get from a bakery. You never, ever buy that. You know what I mean? You never ever buy that. If you're buying the mayo that looks like glue, mate, have a good hard look at yourself. Because there's only one place you can ever have that, and it's at the bakery when some some lady who's worked there for about 50 years is making you a sandwich, then it's acceptable. But hey, let's have a look here at Temora, because this is pretty crazy. In Temora, Liam Martin, hard man, okay, killer, he's from Temora. Not only is he from Temora, Angus Crichton, killer hard man, he's from Temora. And to top it off, Zach Lomax is also from Temora. And how many people live in this town? What, 8,000 maybe, less? And they're producing that amount of talent? Imagine if all those boys playing on the same team at once. That would be sick. That would be sick. Let's have a little look around. It's a pretty standard little town. Like, let's be honest here. It's all pretty standard stuff. You drive past. I do know that you drive past. There's some footy fields here somewhere. I don't know where they are, but there's some footy fields here. Father Hannon Oval. Pray to Father Hannon. Oh, it's a cricket pitch. Pray to Father Hannon for, 90 not out. Temora Recreation Centre. Okay, the Bolo. Bolo's operating on a 3-green system here. Must be pretty busy. The Temora Bolo. What have we got? Hospital. Cute little park. Mate, it's a nice little town, Temora. I'm telling you, it's a nice little town. There's nothing wrong with Temora. Go for a little visit. These are nice houses out here. This is what you want. If you live in a country town, you don't want to live in town because it's too much riffraff, but you want to live just slightly out of town, right? You just want to live slightly out of town, couple acres. These would be no more than a couple acres. So you got a bit of room. It's all grass. You do whatever you want with it. Maybe you could have a couple, sheep or whatever, chickens, ducks or something, and you just have a bit more space. So you can, build. Your kids can build dirt jumps out the back, or you can have a little garden or whatever. You don't have a whole farm. Too much of a headache. But you want to have this, mate. This is a bit more than that. You want to have about that. That's nice. That's perfect. That's primo. How many acres is that? 2? Oh, exactly. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. So this number 4 here, if this is your house, I'm putting you on blast, but whatever. Pool in the backyard, banging, and then say this is your land out the back here. Your kids go out the back gate and then you fang around here on your motorbike. Oh, there was a kid in my town who had this exact same setup, and I wanted nothing more than to have his life. It was the best thing ever. We'd go over to his house. He had a whole postie. He used to ride the postie in the back paddock. Sick, mate. Sick. This is my dream setup right here. That's my absolute dream setup right here. What else has Tamora got for us? Temora Showground, the trots. The trots are weird, eh? Let's be honest. I feel like all this talk about horse racing is being bad and greyhound racing is bad or whatever. What is the trots even about? Like, what is it? Who grows up and goes, I'm as Josh Adokar would say, let's trot. Let's trot, but in the actual meaning of just sitting on a weird little harness thing getting pulled behind a horse. And isn't it like all rigged? Isn't that the yarn that it's like the most rigged racing of all time? That you can I read this article one time about this guy or this one stable, and the stable owned like 80% of the runners in a single race. How is that allowed? How is that allowed? You can just cook it yourself. That's not on. Surely that's not on. Anyway, that's Temora. Oh, they got their own greyhound track as well. They got it all in Temora. Who's faster, actually? Who's faster? I'm at the greyhound track here, and we're talking about how many good football players are from Temora. Who's faster? The number 8, okay, the number 8 at Temora Greyhounds, or Zach Lomax off the back of the Mitch Moses grubber? Place your bets. I reckon Zach Lomax over a short distance, he might take the number 8 down. We'll have to wait and see, ladies and gentlemen. Place your bets. Place your bets. Oh, actually, you know what else they got in Temora? Just really quickly here. They've got the Aviation Museum. This is cool. They've got the Aviation Museum. This is actually worth stopping in. And look, we can see a cool little, what is that? Is that one of those planes that takes off like a helicopter? what are they called? Those strange osprey? Is that an osprey? If you know about planes, leave in the comments. Is that an osprey or is that just a pixelated normal plane? That's just a pixelated normal plane here. Not sure. Anyway, yeah, very cool aviation museum in Tamora. If you're stopping past, go and check that out. A lot of cool stuff in there. Anyway, last place. Let's go to the last place here. We talked about Taree, Trell kicking the ball over the Manning River. We talked about Temora, Zach Lomax, is he faster than the number 8? And let's finish it off in Dubbo, okay? Dubbo. Now, Dubbo is central. We're central west here. We're talking central west. Now, I don't know. I know one guy from Dubbo, and it's an interesting place, right? Dubbo, like all country towns, it's got its good, it's got its bad. But everyone knows Dubbo because Dubbo Zoo. Dubbo Zoo's out here. Here it is actually, Taronga, Western Plains Taronga Zoo. Never been there, but Australia's premier, I guess, outdoor zoo. You can tell just by looking at it that it's the animals aren't as caged as they may be at a Sydney or Melbourne or any other metro zoo, but this is more of like a sanctuary sort of place where you drive around and check it out. I actually wouldn't mind going to this. This looks pretty cool, man. This looks pretty cool, but let's get back to it. Why are we here in Dubbo? Well, we're here because a few incredible rugby league players for the New South Wales Blues are actually from here. So Isaiah Yeo, congratulations as well, captain of the state. I believe he's the captain over Nathan Cleary this year. And also Connor Watson, 14, who'll be playing 14, mustache and all for the Blues. Look, I'll be honest, when Connor Watson threw that pass last year and it looked like he just freaked out and threw it on the ground, luckily, I believe Luai picked it up and then Bradman Best got it for that awesome try. But when he threw that first pass, I nearly had a heart attack. I think I screamed at the TV so hard, "No, Connor!" Luckily, it worked out. No more of that, please, Connor. No more pushed passes, all right? Keep your passes to yourself. That doesn't make any sense. Alrighty, here we go. We're looking at Dubbo here, okay? We're looking at Dubbo, and let's try and figure out some of the secrets of Dubbo. Let's try and figure out some of the hidden secrets. Now, this looks like some sort of cloud here. Is there a burn? Is there a fire occurring here at the time that this photo was taken? I hope not. That would be a bit dramas. Or is that just a big cloud? Is that just a big cloud? Hope there's no fire in Dubbo. I'll tell you what, Apex Oval, there's about 50,000 Apex Parks and Apex Ovals across Australia. I don't know who this Apex is, all right? I don't know what this Apex has done to receive such notoriety, but if you got an Apex Oval or park near you, drop a comment because there's a lot of them, right? There is a lot of them. Okay, Dubbo has a proper racetrack. It would have. Is this this is like a proper racetrack here for the trots, I guess. Or dogs? Is that dogs? I don't know. Mitch Games 24/7 Memorial Skate Park. Mitch Games 24/7 Memorial Skate Park. Okay. Interesting. Well, this is a cool little precinct here. Charles Park Fitness Centre, historic Charles Lake. Charles Park Play Space, Charles Park. Mate, Charles Park. I'm liking the look of Charles Park here. Look, they've got a little slide here. That's nice. Obviously, the Memorial Skate Park. I don't know was Mitch Games a person. Might have lost their lives. RIP to Mitch Games. This looks like a nice little, you can go in and out of that. It's almost like a little course. I like that. Skate parks are great places. Let's be real. Country skate parks, that's where you really do. That's where you learn the hard lessons of life. You know what I mean? You go to school, sure, you get your ATAR school certificate, but mate, go to the skate park after dark with your brother's mate you shouldn't be hanging out with, and you'll see some stuff. It's do or die. It's do or die at the skate park. It's very much, it's Lord of the Flies kind of stuff. It's not the best, but it is what it is. We all survived it. Some of us didn't. Dubbo Courthouse. Okay, yeah, Dubbo Courthouse. Old Dubbo Jail. There's a jail in the middle of Dubbo? Is it? we got JLM locksmiths right next to the Dubbo jail. All right. So if you need to get out, just give JLM a bit of a get me out of the jail, JLM. That's a roaring trade between JLM locksmiths and Old Dubbo jail and the courthouse. Mate, if JLM locksmiths does not have the contract to do the locks at the courthouse and the Old Dubbo jail, I'm not here. They got to fix up their marketing or something, because that's a wasted opportunity right there. That's a wasted opportunity. Okay, the Macquarie River looks like it runs through Dubbo here. John McGrath Fields. It's all country towns all look the same, man. You really got to dig into them to find anything very specific. Very specific. Devil's Hole Reserve. I don't like the sound of that. Devil's Hole. Okay. The Devil's Hole Reserve. It's not exactly somewhere you want to take your kids, is it? The Devil's Hole. No, I think I'll give that a miss. Is that Dubbo, ladies and gents? Is that Dubbo? Let's give it one more little once over here. Okay, motocross race developments in Dubbo. MXRD. So you can tell they're building a motocross track out here. This is the whoop section, a couple berms, tabletop, etc. Doubles, triples, step ups, step downs. Motocross lingo. You didn't think you were going to get any motocross lingo on the app, did you? But, think again. Just when you think you're not getting any extra information, bang, hit them with the motocross lingo. Never saw that one coming. Steppin' Out Dance Factory. Steppin' Out Dance Factory in Dubbo. What sort of a factory are we talking here? A dance factory. Didn't know you could do that. Fantasy Dubbo dance sport. Fantasy dance. Geez, the plot thickens. I was confused by the Stepping Out Dance Factory initially, and now I'm lost for words on the fantasy dance sport. I'm not quite sure what that would entail, and I'm not sure if I want to find out. What is a fantasy dance sport? What is that? All right, one last thing here for Dubbo, and it's got to be Big Gecko. Can we see Big Gecko? No, he's obscured by trees. But if your town hasn't got Big Gecko, look, keep what's it? The big banana. What's the other one? Big prawn. There's the big ram in where's that? Goulburn. When you go through Goulburn. No wonder this place has bred some of the greatest rugby league players. Currently, Isaiah Yeo, captain of the state. Mate, he's from a town where they got Big Gecko. Again, obscured by trees, but Big Gecko. That's got to be top of the list here. Top of the list. Big Gecko forever. Loving that. That might be it. I think that's Dubbo. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that video. We'll do more of these. We're checking out some random country towns, all right? It's a bit of fun. If you have a place that you want us to look at, please drop a comment. We'll check it out in due course. But until the next video, see yous.